Welcome! You're now in the den with Dr. Jenn, a safe and comfortable place to explore female sexuality from a myriad of perspectives and to start thinking about sexuality outside the box. Our Den Chat topic today, sexuality and spirituality, getting past the guilt and shame. For many women, it may seem incompatible to merge their sexual lives with their spiritual lives. And some of this may come from being raised in a religion that demonized sexual behavior outside of marriage and emphasized the negative and dirty aspects of sexuality. So there's this common dichotomy between body and spirit, with the experiences of the body being devalued in comparison to the spirit, as if we could actually separate the two. There can be a lot of religious guilt or shame attached to being sexual and enjoying it. However, there is an important distinction that can be made between our understanding of religion and spirituality. Religion is established beliefs and values about spirituality with cultural meaning and ritual attached. Spirituality is more about what resonates with you and your personal truth and beliefs. Religions tend to be pretty established and unchanging in comparison to one's spiritual beliefs, which may shift as we learn more, grow, and make choices for ourselves. Sexuality and spirituality. Why even merge the two in the first place? Well, if it feels right to you to acknowledge that sexuality is a whole lot more than a physical activity with ourselves or others, and recognize the potential for mental, emotional, and heart connection and stimulation, then it makes sense to see how to blend these together. And I think it's fascinating and validating to know that there are some ancient spiritual and religious traditions that celebrate this. Sexual activity isn't a distraction from the spiritual path, but an integral part of life. Since having a belief in a higher power is important for so many people, I think it's really important to find a way to experience the beauty and power of a sexuality that is in alignment with this higher power instead of in opposition. Because when it's in opposition, it just causes a whole lot of discomfort, shame, and silence. Sexual fun fact number 99. Name a spiritual tradition that purports that sexual activity is a vital part of the spiritual path, or that orgasm is a gateway to the divine. Well, if you recall, in session number 12, we talked about Tantra. So there's one of your answers, Tantric Buddhism. How about two others? Chinese Taoism and Wicca. The Den recommend. I've had many women ask me before how they can get past the negative feelings such as guilt and shame that they have around enjoying their sexuality. One way to do this is to interact with your body and mind and spirit in new ways that empower all aspects. And a great recommendation for this, yoga. I first tried yoga probably about 8 years ago back in Albany, New York, and I didn't get it. I found it annoying and uncomfortable at first, but once I learned more about it and found some good teachers and really started to get the importance of quieting myself and the benefits of being meditative while also being physical, I really started to get the deep value of a physical practice that helps us connect with ourselves in many other ways also. So doing yoga is a really great way to learn to appreciate your body and open up blocked energy. I recently read a short but wonderfully poignant article by Meenakshi Jha, and I apologize if I'm mispronouncing her name, about the importance of women's spiritual awakening for women's empowerment. Spirituality is all about awakening the consciousness that all humans have been gifted with. The consciousness to recognize the truth about self, about the relationship of self with people and nature. This consciousness helps us to understand and become aware of ourselves and all things that have an impact on our well-being and our inner peace and happiness. Only when you know who you really are and what you really want for your ultimate happiness can you begin to make choices consciously to create realities that result in your happy self. And only then can you appreciate the need of others to be happy. So if you have any questions or comments about awakening your consciousness and celebrating the spiritual path of sexuality, visit me at DrJennsDen.com or email me at Jennifer@DrJennsDen.com. So go out there and do some yoga and be kind to yourself. You know, I was wearing this hat yesterday and a bird shit on it. I just remembered that. I was like, oh, I should have checked.
You were wearing the hat because it had bird shit on it or a bird shit on it?
As I was wearing it, yeah. I was sitting at an outside coffee shop and the person's like, that's good luck.